Hey everyone, hey, it's Mike from Destination to Travel coming to you live today from Disney's Hollywood Studios. And as you can see, the holiday season has begun. Now it hasn't officially begun just yet. The holidays don't officially kick off here at Walt Disney World until November 14th. But that's kind of misleading also because tomorrow night is the first Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party over at Magic Kingdom, and Saturday night is the first Jollywood Nights party here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So obviously everything is decked out and ready to go for the holiday season. Hi Patty. Yeah, our replay will remain available on Facebook for a while, and then it will live permanently over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel, where you can check out all of our replays from our live streams. And I haven't mentioned this in a while, but if you're new to our live streams, we do these weekly. We get out to the parks and hotels and other fun places. So be sure to follow our page right here on Facebook. And again, subscribe over on YouTube, youtube.com/D2Travel, where you'll see all of our old live streams and other videos. But yeah, we're just here to take a walk around Disney's Hollywood Studios today because the holiday season's kicking off. We got to get out to every single park and take a look at some of the decor and merchandise and other offerings, things like that. So we're gonna take a walk around Hollywood Studios today. There's also been some developments, some news for this park. So we'll talk a little bit about that as we make our way around. Also, it's a fairly busy day today. I got in, I was really excited. It was a 25-minute posted wait time for the Tower of Terror. And I was going to jump on that, and then I got over there and it was 45 minutes, which is still not bad, but, you know, I had a live stream to get ready for, so. We're at the entrance of the park. Just wanted to show you guys some more of the decorations. I love the decorations in this park. The, like, very, I don't know, tacky feels like the wrong word, but, like, kind of also the right word. Like, over-the-top, old-school Christmas decorations, a lot of tinsel, things like that. I mean, it is Tinseltown, right? So I love this place. This is one of my favorite parks at Christmas. Then again, I mean, I love all the parks at Christmas. The holiday decorations are always so great. Oh, I'm getting right in the back of a photo pass. So like I said, the first Jollywood Nights is tomorrow night. November 8th, Saturday, November 8th. Not tomorrow night, Saturday. Tomorrow night is the first Mickey's Very Merry. I'm a day ahead of myself right now. We did get out to Jollywood Nights last year. We live streamed from that, so you can check out that video. We're going to link that on our Facebook pretty soon. Keep an eye out for that. We have all sorts of videos on our YouTube from Jollywood Nights. So if you want to see some of the shows that are featured, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the offerings for Jollywood Nights as we make our way around here. But it is a really, really fun event. It's a relatively new party. Last year was only the second year. So this is the third year for Jollywood Nights here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And so last year was the first year we got to attend, and it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Excuse me. Of course, like I was saying, it is a fairly busy day here today. We are getting into one of the busiest times of the year. That being said, there is the trade-off of the extra added magic of the holidays. So it is still, I think, a very great time of year to visit, given all the holiday magic. Plus, weather-wise, one of the nicest times of year as well. We're in like the high 70s today. It's going to get a little bit cooler next week. We got an interesting character meet and greet going on out here. Looks like Jiminy Cricket. That's one you don't see all the time. Seems like it would be one you see very often, but he's not. And there he is. It's a fun one. I don't know what it is right now, but this whole courtyard is just filled with the smell of popcorn, and it is one of my favorite smells. We're just going to circle around a little bit here. We actually might do things a little bit backwards from the way we usually do today, just because of some of the bigger talking points here in this park. Looks like... I can't see the wait time from here. I'm going to have to get a little bit closer, but Mickey's Runaway Railway doesn't actually look like it's too long of a wait. Oh, it is posted at 45, but the queue is not really extended out as far as you would normally see it. Now you may be noticing a little bit of a different view over here. I'll explain that in a second. I just want to get out of the crowded walkway here. But you can see some construction walls over here and the lack of a giant Hollywood Studios arch. The animation courtyard is currently closed. This whole area, which had for a long time now been home to Star Wars Launch Bay, you can see that sign's been removed as well, as work is underway to create the Magic of Disney Animation experience that's going to take over this courtyard next year. And I'll show you some of the concept art over here. This story broke just a couple months ago at this point now. And here they have some concept art and actually a little poster, the Magic of Disney Animation. Here's a look at what we're gonna see. I know there's a playground involved. There's like some more of like what it used to be like over here, the animation building where they used to show you how they would animate some of the Disney classics. And actually some of the films were animated here, like Mulan, I know, is one of them. Some more concept art over here. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to see this space be utilized better. Launch Bay was great for what it was, but once Galaxy's Edge opened, we didn't really need Star Wars Launch Bay anymore. So I'm glad that they're using this to get more of a classic Disney vibe. You can see Sorcerer Mickey hat. Not quite the way we used to have it, but somewhat returning. There's like a nice little outdoor play area here with some trees. It's gonna feel much more like a park, which I love. So I'm really excited to see this. And again, this is planned for 2026. So we got some time before this whole area opens up. But it's also, right now, in the meantime, just very strange to see no arch here. This whole area just being open like this is very weird. And as a result, sorry, my gimbal is being, hang on, bear with me for a second here. Oh. There we go. Gimbal is being a little wonky today. Might be time to upgrade. So as a result of this construction, these walls here, there's obviously a little bit of a different traffic flow. You'll see here the ramp going down is closed off. So there is a temporary ramp over here. And then of course you have the stairs right here. And then this leads you down to Journey of the Little Mermaid, which is still open. Well, I'm not going to head that way, but so you do still have the entrance to Journey of the Little Mermaid right over here. The show is still open and operating, but this area does get a little bit crowded over here as a result of this construction. But really only when the show is letting out, so it's just about the timing. Now as we come this way, you still have Walt Disney Presents up here, and it is currently showing One Man's Dream. That'll change out every now and then to show previews of whatever movie Disney has coming out. But also in Walt Disney Presents, which we can't go in there because there's almost no cell service in there and the stream will definitely cut out. But I will have some video coming to our socials in the near future, so you'll see it right here on our Facebook. Or if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be on our YouTube eventually as well. But there is a model showing off the Tropical Americas area that'll be coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom next year. Actually, I don't think we know that it's next year. It might be a little bit longer than that, but work is underway. We actually just saw that at Disney's Animal Kingdom recently, which if you saw over on our YouTube channel, we got a preview of the Zootopia Better Zootgether attraction, which now officially opens tomorrow. So you can check that out over on our YouTube. But we talked a little bit about the Tropical Americas coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and you can see a full model of it as well as a bunch of concept art. There's also some concept art for the Cars land coming to Magic Kingdom, as well as Monstropolis, which is the Monsters, Inc. land coming right here to Disney's Hollywood Studios, taking over the Muppet Courtyard area. So it's really cool to see. I love, especially when they put a model out for like a new land or attraction that's coming. That model for the Tropical Americas is really, really cool. And if you're not familiar, the Tropical Americas area coming to Animal Kingdom is going to include an Encanto attraction where you'll get to explore the casita, as well as an Indiana Jones attraction that'll be replacing Dinosaur over in Disney's Animal Kingdom. So I'm really excited for that whole development. I'm gonna pop over to the Pixar Plaza here. This area, which is mostly just used for meet and greets, character meet and greets over here, during the holidays, or during Jollywood Nights specifically, I should say, they do a little dance party over here with a bunch of your favorite Pixar characters, which is really, really cool. That's another thing about the Jollywood Nights party, the live entertainment is a lot of fun. And I should have mentioned this while we were over there by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Doesn't look like there's any characters out here right now, unfortunately, so we're going to circle back. But that stage over in front of the Chinese Theater and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, that is used for Glisten, a live ice skating show. It's got like a synthetic ice skating rink out there. And the show is really, really impressive. Like, really, it's one of those things where you're like, wow, you're here. You're like a world-class ice skater. You're incredible. It's really funny that I'm watching you in a theme park. But they are, the ice skaters in Glisten are fantastic. They do some really cool, how do I describe it? There's a lot of cool light elements. It's hard to describe, but it's a really, really fun show. So again, that is Glisten. That is multiple times throughout the night during Jollywood Nights. Also, over the Chinese Theater, you can also find the fireworks show during Jollywood Nights. That is Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. That is hosted by Prep and Landing. Really, really fun fireworks show. Really cool projections on the Chinese Theater. So another plus of Jollywood Nights. And the great thing about these parties, Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry, is you're still getting to experience the whole park. So yes, it is an additional ticket, but you don't necessarily have to be here during the day. So as opposed to buying a single day ticket for Hollywood Studios, you could opt to do Jollywood Nights instead and still get to ride your favorite attractions. You still get to come in as early as 6 p.m. The park goes until, I believe, midnight. So you have 6 full hours in the park. So you still get pretty much a full park day. And you get all the added benefits of Jollywood Nights, like Glisten and Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, and some more that we'll talk about. I know my sister is actually coming pretty soon, and I recommended going to Jollywood Nights as opposed to buying a normal daytime park ticket. And that is what she's doing. So it is not something I'm just going to preach in a video. We do actually personally recommend it. It is definitely crowded back here in Toy Story Land right now. 75-minute wait for Toy Story Mania. Here comes Slinky Dog. I will say, you know, like I said earlier, the holidays are a busy time of the year for Walt Disney World. It does get busier the closer you get to Christmas, and then actually the week between Christmas and New Year's, probably the busiest week of the year. But you can find small windows in this season where it is not too bad, not too crowded. And actually, even with the crowds we're seeing today, some of the wait times were really not that bad. I saw 75 minutes for Toy Story Mania is definitely above average, but again, 45 for Tower of Terror, that's not bad. That's actually probably below average, so it's really not that bad here right now, in terms of wait times at least. There are some more construction walls over here, and I'm not entirely sure what this is for. Probably just some routine maintenance. Coming by Buzz Lightyear and Alien Swirling Saucers, which is only a 25-minute wait, so that's not bad at all. Now, there's not really anything special in Toy Story Land during Jollywood Nights, aside from there are special character meet and greets throughout the park. I believe you'll see some of your Toy Story favorites in some of their holiday outfits. There is also a new meet and greet this year that is Partysaurus Rex from one of the Toy Story shorts. I don't remember exactly which one. But you may have seen Partysaurus Rex over at Typhoon Lagoon during H2O Glow Nights. Now he will be here during Jollywood Nights. So it's fun to get a rare meet and greet. And there are plenty of those throughout Jollywood Nights, including another new one this year, Chewbacca, which, yes, Chewbacca is here all the time. However, this is Life Day Chewbacca. Chewbacca celebrating Life Day in his, I guess you could say, iconic red robe. If you've ever seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, you might know what I'm talking about. See, I'm seeing a crowd gathered over here. Is there anybody out here? Just looks like some guests playing with droids. No characters out here just yet. We're going to make our way around Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So yeah, the Life Day Chewbacca, another fun new meet and greet. Miguel from Coco is another one. And then there are other returning favorites like Phineas and Ferb, Phones and Ferb. If you know, you know. Oh, we do have something happening over here. It's like Kylo. Looks like we just missed them. There's not really much happening in Galaxy's Edge during the holiday season because it doesn't fit with the theme. Like, there's no Christmas on the planet of Batuu, so you're not going to see holiday decorations and things like that. That is why the Chewbacca Life Day meet and greet is a special new addition. I really like that. Nice piece of junk over here. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, currently a 40-minute wait, so that's not bad at all. So again, the wait time's not really reflecting the crowds in the park today. And again, the first Jollywood Nights of the year, Saturday, November 8th, so just a couple of nights away. If you have not experienced Jollywood Nights, highly, highly recommended it. It was a really, really great time. Again, if you're just joining late, we got to experience it last year. We did a live stream from that. You can check that out over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel, D the number 2 travel. We also have videos of all of the shows, so you can check those out over there. I was talking about the character meet and greets that they have this year. And there are plenty more. Santa Duffy is another one, by the way. Duffy the Disney bear. That's another very popular one. I should mention the character meet and greets are going to be very popular, and you will have long wait times for those. So if there's a character that you definitely want to meet, make sure you go and do it early. And I can't promise or even speculate that anything like this will happen this year, but we got a fun surprise at Jollywood Nights last year. As I was just wandering around the park, it's actually during our live stream, so you can see this. We ran into Doctor Strange here during Jollywood Nights, which is definitely not a character you see at Walt Disney World very often. So that was really, really cool. So again, you never know what you're going to find at an event like Jollywood Nights. Oh, speaking of characters. Hello. That's one of the things I love about Galaxy's Edge is the way they do the character meet and greets. And this actually has been more of a trend in recent years at the Disney parks. It's less about like, you know, a character finding a spot and then guests lining up to get a picture. They tend to wander more, which makes for really fun experiences. Maybe not so much for that picture that you might want, but it makes for some really cool interactions with these characters. You see it a lot. They do it really, really well, I think, over in Disney California Adventure and Disneyland Resort, over in Avengers Campus. I think the character interactions there are really, really cool. And they do a great job of it here in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge as well.
Are we going to that ride right there?
And I should mention, too, that these characters will occasionally stop and take pictures. It's just not their primary objective. So, you know, occasionally you can still get a picture. It's just not going to be, like, set in stone. You can definitely do it. They do have a single rider line open for Rise of the Resistance, which is currently posted at 55 minutes. There's a, sorry, distracted. There was a crazy bug on my phone there for a second. Like a large insect just landed on my phone and was just kind of hanging out there. Just mildly distracting. But yeah, 55 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. Again, that's probably below average. So not a bad wait time at all. As we leave Galaxy's Edge, we come out to what was the Muppet Courtyard area. Like I mentioned earlier, there's currently the preview of Monstropolis. That is the new area taking over the Muppets Courtyard. See, Goofy is out here. Goofy and Max. Slight detour from our topic. They've actually been meeting in that spot for a while now, so if you're visiting sometime soon, you want to see Goofy and Max, probably find them right there. But again, construction walls over here as they work on Monstropolis, the new Monsters, Inc. themed area taking over the former Muppets Courtyard. And you can see some concept art of it here. Again, over in Walt Disney Presents, they do have more concept art that you can check out. Mike and Sully out here. I really wish they put like a construction sign over his face and just kind of blocked him out, but 2319. And again, you can see here, it looks very different right now. Muppet Vision 3D sign is gone. Muppet Vision 3D closed this past summer. So classic attraction removed from Disney's Hollywood Studios. However, the Muppets are taking over Rock and Roller Coaster, which will be closing in early 2026 and then reopening in summer of 2026 with a Muppets theme to it. Here's a closer look at that concept art. So you can see what was the Muppet Theater here. It's going to lead over to Monsters, Inc., where you'll have the Doors coaster. If you're familiar with the Monsters, Inc. movie, which if you're watching this, you probably are. But the way they access the doors to the children's rooms, that's going to be turned into a roller coaster. So I'm really excited to see that. That should be a lot of fun. I see Pluto out here too. I am very excited for Monstropolis. I know a lot of people were upset about the Muppets leaving. I actually think the Muppets taking over Rock and Roller Coaster makes a lot of sense, and I'm really excited to see that. I do love the Muppets, but I think these are improvements to this park. Monstropolis should be a lot of fun, and that ride, like I said, should be just really, really cool. It never hurts to add another big thrill ride. Coming by Star Tours now, which is a 5-minute wait. Star Tours will also be getting a new addition next year, and that'll be the Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll have a new mission on Star Tours based on their upcoming film. So I'm excited to see that as well. I love when every time they add a new mission to Star Tours, it's usually a lot of fun. By the way, let's see. I don't know if they're going to have it on the menu here, but Backlot Express, they do. They have the new Honey Buffalo chicken strips. So if you didn't see a few weeks ago, we tried out some new chicken strips around Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World recently introduced 13 unique sauced chicken strips, and we got out to try 3 of them in a video you can see over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel. We tried the gochujang over in Disney's Polynesian Resort. We tried the waffle cone chicken strips, which are by far my favorite. That was at Grand Floridian, and then also at Grand Floridian we tried the jerk barbecue chicken, which was good, just compared to the other two was not as good. And here you have the honey buffalo chicken strips, which sound really good, and I might have to try them in the near future. And if you want to know where you can get the rest of those, you can find all of that information over at chipandco.com. And yes, there is Christmas music playing. There are Christmas decorations out here. The Christmas tree out here on Echo Lake. I didn't pick a great spot to look out on Echo Lake. I'm going to keep moving. We're going to find a better angle. But I love Echo Lake, especially at night during the holidays. It is so festive and well decorated. Donald and Daisy out here. And again, Jollywood Nights, the holiday party here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, kicks off this Saturday, November 8th. Tomorrow night, November 7th, is the first Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party over at Magic Kingdom. Had to go way over here to get past the line for Donald and Daisy. We got a good view at Echo Lake. Again, when they light up this tree and all the decorations out here, this is one of the most beautiful places during the holiday season, right here at Echo Lake. They actually do a tree lighting each night. Obviously depends on when sunset is, but around 6 p.m. They light everything up out here. It's really cool. I'm going to keep moving over towards the Chinese Theater because I'm hearing some music over there, and there is another live entertainment offering that was recently added to Disney's Hollywood Studios. And that is the Holly Groove Brass Band. Some New Orleans style music. Oh, and Chip and Dale are out here as well. It's so cool to see the live entertainment returning to the parks. Holly Groove Swingin' is the name of that band. Like I said, new offering as of very recently. Oh, we got a couple more new characters out here. As I make my way over to one of them. This is the stage that I mentioned earlier for the ice skating show, Glisten, which you can see during Jollywood Nights. Here, we've got Mr. Penguin. And then on the opposite side, where we saw Jiminy Cricket earlier, looks like Jiminy has stepped away momentarily, and instead, a much longer line than for Mr. Penguin. Sorry, Mr. Penguin. But we do have sort of a Disney icon over here, and that is Pinocchio. Like I said, it's always fun to meet the characters during the day at the parks, but during Jollywood Nights, there are plenty of different character meet and greets that you cannot see any other time of year. So we already mentioned Partysaurus Rex, Chewbacca celebrating Life Day, Miguel from Coco, Santa Duffy is another one, Phineas and Ferb, characters you don't normally see. Only here during Jollywood Nights, which again kicks off on November 8th, runs into December, I believe December 21st. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But select nights up until close to Christmas, and a really, really fun event that I highly recommend checking out. Now, I want to come over here by the Hyperion Theater, which is normally home to Frozen Sing-Along Adventure, and it still is during the day. Sorry, a Sing-Along Celebration. Still is during the day, but during Jollywood Nights, it is home to What's This?, a celebration of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. That show is so cool. Highly recommend checking that out. If you're going to come to Jollywood Nights, that is, I would say, my number one must-see thing. It is sort of a musical, not really even a retelling of the story. It's kind of, I mean, it kind of does take you through the story, but in a unique way, and it has some really, really cool puppets. So definitely recommend checking that out. We do have video of it. If you're not heading to Jollywood Nights this year, you can see the full show on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel. And Hollygroove is drawing quite a crowd over here. We're going to make our way down Sunset Boulevard towards the Tower of Terror. Talk about a couple more offerings of the holiday season. Uh-oh. You hear that song playing? That means we got to get out of here. The irony of Frozen doing exactly that to live streams. Oh, okay. And now I'm mixed with some Taylor Swift. That also can't be good. Let's get out of here. Let's start moving towards Sunset Boulevard. So Sunset Boulevard, like I said, has a couple of offerings during the holiday season. One of them exclusive to Jollywood Nights. The other one is not. And it's one of my favorite offerings in all of Walt Disney World for the holiday season. That is the Sunset Season's Greetings, which is the projections on the Hollywood Tower Hotel down at the end of Sunset Boulevard, as well as the music that accompanies it and the Snope all down the street here. So that's one of the nice things about this park is you don't necessarily need to be here for Jollywood Nights to get at least some of the holiday festivities. And that happens nightly after sunset down Sunset Boulevard here. I don't know that there is a specific start time. It might just depend on the day. By the way, Rosie's All-American Diner over here has another one of the new unique chicken strips. And that one is a spicy aioli chicken strip, which is very vague. I don't know what that means. Spicy could be so many different flavors, so I'm not sure what it actually is, but I mean, I still kind of want it. Oh, I actually I'm just remembering another offering during Jollywood Nights that we'll talk more about. So we make our way up to the Tower of Terror here. But before we get there, the Beauty and the Beast, well, I guess it's the Theater of the Stars where you would typically see the Beauty and the Beast show. I think most people just refer to it as the Beauty and the Beast stage or theater. But this, during Jollywood Nights, is home to Hollywood, or Holidays in Hollywood, Disney's Holidays in Hollywood. I believe is the name of the show, and it is hosted by Kermit and Miss Piggy, which is a fantastic show. We do have the full video up on our YouTube channel. That would be my next recommendation. After seeing the What's This show over in the Hyperion Theater, definitely recommend this show with the Muppets. And then again, the projections here on the Hollywood Tower Hotel, a must-see. Now, I'm not entirely sure when they're going to start doing that during normal park operations because, again, Jollywood Nights starts on Saturday, the 8th, whereas Walt Disney World has been saying the holiday season kicks off on the 14th. So I'm not sure if we'll start seeing normal park operations with the sunset season greetings starting on Sunday, or if that'll wait until next weekend. Either way, definitely recommend checking it out. Now we'll actually circle back around and head towards Rock and Roller Coaster. It looks very crowded over there for some reason. But I do want to make my way closer to the Tower of Terror right now, because like I said, there's another offering during Jollywood Nights. Back here in the sort of courtyard area just outside the Tower of Terror, which, by the way, is open during Jollywood Nights, they do a little party back here. There's a live band, like a swing band, and then there are bars with specialty cocktails and mocktails, actually, as well. And this was one of my favorite parts of Jollywood Nights also, was just the vibe back here. The sort of spooky side of Christmas type of thing, like a classic Hollywood party with the eerie vibes of the Tower of Terror. Again, I really enjoyed Jollywood Nights. There's so much to do. There is no way you can do it all. And that's something to keep in mind with any of the after hours parties like Mickey's Very Merry over at Magic Kingdom, or during the Halloween season, Mickey's Not So Scary. You cannot do everything in one night. It's not possible. You can't meet all the characters and do all of the shows and take in all of the atmosphere and everything. You can't do it. So just keep that in mind when you are planning your visit. Definitely talk to your Destinations to Travel advisor about what specifically you want to do the most, and they'll be able to help you out with how you should tackle Jollywood Nights. Again, my recommendations are the What's This show and the Holidays in Hollywood show. Both really, really good. And speaking of great shows, right back here at Sunset Showcase is where you can find the Villains Unfairly Ever After show. This is not a Jollywood Nights offering. This is just an everyday offering, and it is so good. This was introduced this past summer, so it's only been a few months. Still a relatively new attraction here. But it is a really, really cool musical show featuring some of your favorite Disney villains. I cannot recommend it enough. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm honestly not someone who typically does the shows at the parks all that often. Some of them I do, but this one I came here to see on its opening day, or maybe soon after opening day. I don't remember if it was opening day or not, but I had to do it twice because I really, really enjoyed it. So definitely recommend checking out Villains Unfairly Ever After. And again, this is not not an exclusive offering of any type. It is offered during the day, every day. Just something I really enjoyed. Definitely recommend. Multiple show times throughout the day too, so you have plenty of opportunities to see it. And then we also just passed by Rock and Roller Coaster, which is currently posted at a 35-minute wait, which is definitely below average for Rock and Roller Coaster. And again, Rock and Roller Coaster will close at the start of 2026 and reopen in 2026 with a Muppets re-theme to the classic attraction, which I'm very excited for. I know some people are big Aerosmith fans and they're going to miss this version of the attraction. Not so much for me. I'm definitely looking forward to a Muppets overlay. We did learn that we are getting a Scooter animatronic for the new version of Rock and Roller Coaster. Scooter being one of the Muppets, if you're not familiar. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, if you do want to start planning your next Walt Disney World Resort vacation, best way to do that would be by heading over to d2travel.com or sending us an email at info@d2travel.com. That's d2travel.com. Get in touch with one of our amazing advisors today. Let them do all the heavy lifting of planning your next Disney vacation, which is really, really not easy these days. So much goes into it. And they do all of that work for you at no additional cost. You don't pay them a dime. So it's a no-brainer. One more time, d2travel.com or info@d2travel.com if you want to just send us an email. We're just going to get out here, kind of get out of the way of everybody and just get a nice shot of the Tower of Terror to wrap things up here for today. If you've been watching for a while, you know I love to end with this shot right here because probably my favorite park icon. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this walk around the park. I hope you learned a thing or two about Jollywood Nights. And I hope you're interested in checking out Jollywood Nights because, like I said, it is a really, really fun time. I might have to whisper this, but I think I prefer it over Very Merry. Some people will probably take issue with that, but I really enjoy it. I had a really, really great time last year. I need to get back out here myself for Jollywood Nights. But again, it kicks off on November 8th. That's this Saturday and runs into the holiday season. So you have plenty of opportunity to do so. It is select nights. It's not every night. So definitely have to plan accordingly. And your Destinations Travel Advisor can help you do exactly that. But that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you again, everyone. And I'll see you all real soon. Bye.